Welcome, fellow Rotarians. This video is to explain the purpose of and to demonstrate how to operate the Club Central pages of Rotary International's website. Club Central is a tool that RI has developed to measure the success of this worldwide organization that has over 1.2 million members spread over 32,000 clubs. How else can RI brag to Bill and Melinda that they have a worthy and capable organizational partner? On the other hand, your club will use Club Central to set goals for your annual club operations. Setting goals and comparing the results is your way to measure success. Kazan. Remember District Governor Reg's definition of this Japanese word. Continuous improvement of all organizational functions. Without measurement, we'll never know if there was any improvement. So I guess your first question is, how do we access Club Central? Well, there are several ways, but I'm going to take you up and we're going to type in Rotary. Well, it just appears for me, rotary.org, press enter, and it goes to the first page of the public page anyway of Rotary International. Coming down to for members, the menu listings all open up, and down below this is Rotary Club Central. Clicking on Rotary Club Central, it should open it up to a dialog box. The first dialog box is, of course, giving you access as a Rotary member. You'll need to have your email address and your password, okay, and then simply click in sign in. Usually takes a few seconds to get into, whoops, I've got some different ones, so I just clicked it in. That shouldn't happen to you. Okay, so Rotary Club Central is, let me give it a second here to populate. There we are. Okay, you can tell you're in Club Central. It says in the top line has you've got access to it with your name. Over here on the left-hand side is a banner that shows all the different pages that are available to you. What have we got? Dashboard, Goal Center, Global View, Service Activities, etc., etc. I'm going to take you through a few of these, not all of them. We'll note that you'll look at just the important features. You will find that once you have used Club Central for a period, you will get more familiar with it and the data entry will become easier. Okay, so looking at the dashboard to start with, dashboards are designed to give you a quick summary of key performance indicators from your database. There are 5 different subpages that you can view. Looking at each one of these going across, it opens up here on mine for my club, Niagara Falls Rotary, and you notice that it shows membership trends, gender trends, age trends. Well, let's look at this. Membership trends have shown a decline over the years. We had set goals to maintain our membership level, but obviously over here we've added members. We've got now 38 members, so we've increased our members by 3. A great accomplishment. If you scroll down and look at other data, this is the age trends. I can tell you this is all wrong because very few of our members have reported their age, okay, and it's something that we really should update. Okay, again, this shows some of the information that you have. When you get a chance, click on the other tabs and look over the macro view. Here on the global side to things, you'll see that members have maintained at a 1.2 level. You can see the age trends, but if most clubs are like ours, they haven't reported properly. One of the problems that RI has is making sure there is plenty of reporting. I come down here to the annual funds trend, and you notice there is a concern here that we have a decrease, a considerable decrease in this year, and we're going to have to make sure that we can assist in maintaining that level, at least at historical levels. Okay. Okay, so that's the dashboard. Um, the goal central is a massive area in which requires you to coordinate with your club's board in order to be able to plan goals. Um, it's strongly advised that you meet with your board to discuss and plan these goals. Let's look at the overall view of the goal central area. Now I have to click on the goal central like I've done. You can look at all club groups or different clubs. I've got my club in here, and recognize that the most important thing you'll have to do is make sure you're in the right fiscal year for what you're doing. Okay. Going across the top here, there's 6 different pages in which you're going to have to look at members, foundation, service, young leaders, public image, Rotary citation, and a final page that has everything in it. Okay. When you look at, let's look at all. When you look at that, there are 22 different goals that you're going to have to fill out. Okay. Um, to discuss those with your board, District 7090 has prepared a goal planner sheet. Okay, the goal planner sheet is downloaded from your district site and use it to discuss the goals before you come to the Club Central to input the results. Look under the President's page, Club President's page for the planner. The planner shown here has an explanation of each goal. Okay, it shows an example of how that is measured and allows you to input your goal before you go back to Rotary Club Central in your goal area, the goal center area, in order to be able to enter it. Okay, let's go back to the Club Central. I've got on all. Oh, how am I going to enter all this information? Well, there's really 3 steps to it. Very easy. You click on Edit. You input the data. 37. Okay. And you click on Save. Of course, the most important thing here is clicking on Save. If you don't click Save, the efforts you've spent are all going to be wasted. Okay. In summary, Goal Central is a tool. Use Goal Center to allow you to determine what you want to accomplish in the coming year, decide what you will accomplish in the goals for the next year, and organize your club so that you will be successful and accomplish those goals. It's a critical area and needs a lot of consideration for you to put in your information for Goal Center and also organize your club in order to be able to fulfill those goals. Let's go on to the global view. I look at the global view as a macro perspective of everything that RI is looking for. So you can look at the information down here and recognize that they're really talking about all 32,000 clubs and the collection of them. Okay, so looking under each area, how important that is. Look at that at your own leisure. Again, it is the macro perspective of what all the goals are all about. I'm clicking on the service activities next. Read the top line. I think that's important. As you work to meet your club's service goals, Rotary Club Central helps you track your projects and activities, record the contribution and volunteer participations, and review your project data. Okay. What is a club service activity? Well, RI has defined club service activities under categories: community, international, vocational, young leaders, fundraisers, areas of focus, polio, and environment. Look at the list. There really is nothing else we do that will fit into this list except our lunch and breakfast meetings and parties. So look at almost every committee, every function of your club as an area that needs to be reported on. So the next question, of course, is what needs to be reported? Oops, wrong one. Why do I do that? 4 simple things need to be reported. Number of volunteers, the number of volunteer hours, cash contributions, and the values of the donated goods. 4 simple things. Well, we'll discuss that. Okay, so let's go and look at how to start a service activity and report on those values. On the service activity tab, okay, you can do one of 3 ways. You can add a new service project, you can repeat past year's service projects, or you can import from the Rotary Showcase. Well, I think what you're recognizing of these first 2, this year you'll spend a lot of time adding new service projects. But next year you'll be able to just tag on them and all the information for the startup will be brought up to this year. So this will save you a lot of time next year. Okay. As an example, I want to look at the Rotary auction that we've participated in as the type of information that is going to be needed. First of all, a simple title, Rotary Auction, Niagara Rotary Auction. Then a description. This is a fundraiser that allows local communities to donate product and services, et cetera, and we generally have almost 2,000 items of our share. We generally make about $24,000. We're looking at the start time and the ending time, and when the project is complete, we'll click on this, and so that we can say, hey, we're finished with this one. It's been a good activity. So I'm going to put it back because we're not at this point. Okay, so what are the things that we're going to report on? We're going to report on the number of volunteers. Okay, we projected 15 volunteers. The number of volunteer hours, 300. The cash contributions, well, we're probably going to have, let's say, $1,000, $2,000. And the value of goods donated, about $35,000. Okay, so what we're going to look at is how we have those contributions. You're also going to have to enter what type of category this is. Okay, it's a fundraiser, and whether you have entered into this project with other Rotary clubs or your Interact clubs or Rotaract, okay, etc. So simple things, a simple way of putting that, and of course, coming back here to Rotary service activities, you'll recognize that by the time you're finished, you'll have a long list of service committees or service activities that you'll be reporting on. Really is simple, except it's the volunteer hours that are really going to be the hard part. Think about collecting the data. Don't panic over the volunteer hours. You'll be guesstimating a lot, I'm sure. RI will never know the difference, but try to keep it reasonable. Keep a sign-up sheet for volunteers. For an ongoing project, the committee chair should track and report monthly. Doing this at project end would be impossible. So why are we looking at service activities as being so important? It's a means to accomplishing goals. It will demonstrate what your club contributes to the community and world needs. It's really a great asset for members to see the efforts needed to create the success of this club. Everyone knows that effort is put into it, but quantifying the effort and the results together is eye-opening for most members. It can be a means to track member participation, and it will allow you to see how your club efforts contribute to the global goals of Rotary. A quick review. Okay. For access, Rotary.org, go down to for members, and of course, Rotary Club Central. Don't forget to write down your passwords and emails in order to be able to have them available. Looking at the dashboards, okay, the dashboards are simply club statistics that allows you to compare with your goals and, of course, other clubs. Goal Center is really a key aspect. It's a wonderful way to plan club achievements, setting goals, tracking achievements. Who was it that said Those who fail to plan, plan to fail. Okay. Global view. It's the macro perspective of what Rotary has. So we look at this and say, well, if we have 32,000 clubs worldwide, we accomplish so much. And you can see how those goals are satisfying. Okay. Looking at service activities, another major tool that will show your club the effort put into success. Okay. I haven't mentioned resources, but very quickly, access all the information available in RI in order to be able to do all this. Um, Reports and allow you to see what your club reports are, the district reports, and even onto the regional reports by zone. Okay. So there's a lot more to this than just the look at the beginning, but it's a simple matter of you following the goal setting routine that you would have had normally for any club and reporting into this. In conclusion, for the first year of collecting and entering this information, it will probably seem difficult and time consuming without a return. But there is a return for your effort. Your club will develop more vision of the future. Your club will get a sense of accomplishment. Your club will recognize why they have pride in being a Rotarian. Your club will recognize how its efforts fit into the global efforts of Rotary. I'm proud to be a Rotarian. Club Central simply helps me see why. Thank you very much.